Hello and greetings. Welcome back to Shadow Nexus 13. I'm your host, Justin, aka Thranadian. Okay? I wanted to wish each and every single one of you collectively a very, very blessed and happy Winter Solstice. And as well, this is Yule for some of you. When you know, okay? So, today I am bringing you, well, we are bringing you a special presentation. And that's going to include 3 cards that came out, right, from the Alchemy Elementals Shaman Oracle deck, right? But before we get into that, right, this will be towards the end. I'll do the reads at the end, right? And then we're going to also be pulling from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck for further clarifying messages. I had a very magical moment after last night's new moon, right? And as we're in this double portal right now, it's very interesting to me because a few days ago I was sitting here thinking about how when my TikTok got shut down, right? Because of course they banned me. The content I was putting out was just too fucking awesome, y'all. It was too awesome, right? So they banned my TikTok account right when I got ready to hit 300 followers. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a mile marker for somebody who was afraid to get out of their comfort zone and even do such a thing, right? But I didn't allow it to get the better of me at the time that it happened. And I just simply kept pressing forward. And I returned to my YouTube channel and I started working over here on my Instagram as well. So when you see my videos, if this is on my Instagram, okay, which it will be because I will be posting the both. If you ever see readings on my Instagram and you're like, hey, that's the same one as the YouTube. Well, yeah, I like to do 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, so there's that. Now, something beautiful and amazing that happened to me today when I woke up. I turned my phone on, and after I put my code in and it booted up and everything, I just plugged it into the charger and I sat back and I was reading a book, and then I sat deep meditation. And when I came out of my meditation, because afterward, I'm laying there and I had my eyes closed and all I heard was, get up and get your phone. So, much obliged. I did that. I did so. And I was guided to open my camera, right? For your photo app. And every single video that I did on TikTok, right? And I remind you, I no longer have the TikTok app. They're there. They're here in my inventory. Every single video I made on TikTok is now on my phone. A beautiful gift indeed. And I was psyched because I was like, there was so much content that I did on my TikTok that I really wanted to put out. Since TikTok wants to be so picky and everything. And I got them back. I don't know how. Well, I know how. We all know how, right? It was a gift from Hecate to me. After doing Depnon, it was very, very powerful, right? And I'm so grateful to my queen, Titaness Goddess, She's amazing, and she showed me a lot today. And that being said, what was shown to me was there was these moments throughout the summer, right towards the end of the summer, where I had really rare insects showing up in my life, right? And so I'm going to be including the photos for the insects, and I made slides with the spiritual interpretation, meaning messages for those insects. Some of them have videos, some of them are just photos, and I'll be including those slides. So it'll be part of this video. It'll be the intro to this video. Then once that's done, right, it's going to go into a singing bowl energy clearing activation for third eye and crown. Okay, and I have those here, third eye and crown. So after that, we will be going into the Alchemy Elemental Shaman Oracle, because I have 3 cards here that came out. Okay, so we'll get into the messages for that, and then at the end, I will, once we're done with that, I will pull from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So thank you for tuning in, and hey, I hope that each and every one of you really enjoy this. It's something special, and we're doing it on Winter Solstice, and so enjoy. I come back inside, and this fella's here. He's got some mayflies there. So, let's go look up the meaning after I identify it. So I just came back from the store, right? And check it out. Interesting. Let's do some research. through the nose, out through the mouth. thanks for joining me for the third eye and crown activation. I know it was short, but it's all you need. Trust me. Just trust me. Now, let's get into the Alchemy Elementals Shaman Oracle reading and the mystical. Stay tuned. All right, welcome to all the collective consciousness and subconsciousness of humanity. I invite you to say the following. I call upon the elemental spirits and the ancient elders from all tribes. Thank you, moon, sun, earth, air, fire, waters, and the ethers. Let's get into the messages. Sky lightning earth. You have manifested many blessings, and you have healed a lot of issues that once held you back. You live an abundant life filled with friends, wisdom, opportunities, and sensual delights. And it is wonderful that you have come to this place of prosperity and empowerment. But for these blessings to truly be claimed, you must share them. Share your blessings, my love. Give of your amazing self to your community. It is important to give back to your tribe and to share your essence and your gifts with those who will be served by your support. Your attention and your service will lift their souls and warm their hearts. This is true success, love. This is the way. The second card that came out was Wildfire Moon. One. When your temper is triggered and the flames of emotion erupt in a sea of fiery rage, you, my love, are not in the present moment. These emotional flames are being stoked by past experiences that you are holding onto and projecting onto your now. It is time to let go of the past, dear ones. These old traumas are bringing you down and blinding you to the seasonal changes that have occurred. You do not have to allow these negative emotions to wreak havoc upon your life. You do not have to continue to burden yourself with their weight and their memories and their scars. Let go of the pieces of your past that are no longer serving you. Let go of these old wounds. Be present and create new emotions from the present. Emotions that serve you and uplift you and add positive vibrations to the collective. The third card out is Land Animal Star. Shamans have long revered sacred animal totems for their strength, their power, their wisdom, and their magic. All people have their own sacred animal totems that govern their lives. The gifts, behaviors, and characteristics of these animals guide you and bless your path. Notice the animals that appear in your life and that visit your dreams. When you close your eyes and ask your animal totems to show themselves to you, which are the first to show up? Are there any animals you feel an affinity for or that pop into your mind as you read these words? Or as I read them to you, of course. These are your animal totems. Trust in the messages and in the medicine they hold for you. They are your allies. They hold the wisdom that will guide you on your journey here. For the mystical shaman oracle, we have the ancient ones. Essence. The ancient ones are elder shamans who conquered death and escaped the tyranny of time. Once walking the earth in mortal form, like us, they now exist in infinity and offer counsel when we answer our call and say yes. These elders help us fully realize our ideals. The invitation. The ancient ones invite you to reach into the future to aid Earth in birthing a new destiny. Step forward, find the self you will become 10,000 years from now. If you accept this invitation, great power and blessings will arrive, enabling you to shape a new fate. For you now hold infinite spiritual resources. Do not hesitate. You are not overestimating yourself. Medicine. The ancient ones urge you to examine your attitudes and actions, ensuring they align with supreme wholeness and integrity. Inability to forgive ancestors or yourself will distance you from the freedom you seek. Remember, this is no longer your karma. You can break the chains that bound you to family dramas and release generational curses. Forgive those you need to set free. Tonight, light a candle to honor your bloodline ancestors. The second one out is the lower world. Essence. The underworld holds humanity's hidden treasures, a fertile realm of darkness where we unearth parts of ourselves we've refused to acknowledge or that the mind has abandoned. It is the domain of ancestors where we discover gifts and lessons from the past. It is the territory of the collective unconsciousness. Here, we encounter our demons and transform them into pure energy, the wellspring of our personal power. Invitation. It's time to unearth your hidden treasures. Stop shrinking yourself to make others like or accept you. Bring forth the gems and brilliance you've hidden even from yourself. Honor your past now and reshape your life like a hero's quest. When you journey to the underworld, you'll receive all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, how they suffered, lived, and died will become blessings. Medicine. Are you one who dislikes facing the past? Now your past calls for acknowledgement, to be heard and embraced. The only way out of stagnation is to respect all that has happened in your life. Reflect on the lessons learned and move forward. If you witness your past and draw wisdom from it, it will no longer haunt you. When you embrace its gifts, you'll reclaim the missing pieces of your soul. The next card out, the Sacrifice, 44. Essence. Sacrifice means to make sacred. It is a heartfelt offering of gratitude, a loving feast prepared for the divine. In ancient times, sacrifice sometimes involved ritual blood offerings to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh favored Abel's lamb over Cain's vegetables. However, in Mesoamerica, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, taught that the gods cherish our prayers and songs more than human or animal blood. Invitation. Sacrifice calls you to offer the most precious thing in your life to the divine. What you give will be dedicated to the gods and returned to you tenfold. You will be lifted to the altar of your prayers, meeting the divine at the table of the heavenly feast, where you are a welcome guest. Your heart is the only gift of true worth you can bring. Life has been generous to you in countless ways. Medicine. Who or what do you believe you cannot live without? Now is the time to offer them all to the divine, allowing them to unfold as they were meant to. Do not cling to old forms or let your sacrifices weigh you down. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. It's time to restart your journey. When you make things sacred, you open the door to eternal abundance. Do not delay. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Shadow Nexus 13 and allow me to be a channeling guide to deliver these beautiful messages to each and every one of you, the collective. Always remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. Never force the shoe to fit. You'll know if this message is for you. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, or you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you're on my YouTube, so you get notified anytime I drop new content. And do the same on my Instagram. Until our paths cross again, my friends, and my unmet tribe, and the tribes I have already met, witches and shamans and collectives alike, in your own uniqueness, I honor you. In the name of the crossroads, Hail Hecate.